Hello students, I am your Miss Alfonsa. I am your history teacher, and today I will be discussing with you a history lesson number 3, and the topic is nationalism in India. And here we have one very important subtopic, which is the idea of Satyagraha. When we talk about Satyagraha, we have to know the meaning of this Satyagraha. And now let us discuss the meaning of Satyagraha. Satyagraha is a combination of two words. We have Satya plus Agraha. Now let us find out the meaning of this Satya. Satya here means truth, and Agraha here means upholding the truth or holding firm the truth. Definitely, the idea of Satyagraha emphasizes on the process of truth and the search for truth. Now, we already know the meaning of the Satyagraha. Now, let us find out who actually introduced this idea of Satyagraha. And definitely, it will come into our mind one of the great personality of India, that is the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi himself. Mahatma Gandhi actually first introduced the idea of Satyagraha in South Africa before returning back to India. It was purely based on non-violence, and he was fighting against the racial discrimination that took place in South Africa. Now let us see the year when Mahatma Gandhi returned to India. You can see here in the board, Mahatma Gandhi returned from South Africa in the year 1915. He was there in South Africa to practice his work or to practice the law that he have learned. Now, in India, where he first experimented the Satyagraha, in the first place, Satyagraha he experimented in South Africa, and the philosophy of this Satyagraha you can see. According to Mahatma Gandhi, if the cause is true, if the struggle is against injustice, the physical force is not required to fight against the oppressor. Instead, the oppressor should be persuaded to accept truth without enforcing violence. Here, what Mahatma Gandhi wanted to tell us, if you want a freedom, if you want to fight against the oppressor, you don't need to use the violence. You can fight against the oppressor by making them realize that truth is very, very powerful. After Mahatma Gandhi implemented or experimented his idea of Satyagraha and non-violence in South Africa, in India there are 3 important places where he first experimented his idea of Satyagraha. And these 3 important places you can see here in the board. The first one, Champaran district in Bihar in the year 1916. Here, what was the problem in Champaran, Bihar in the year 1916? Gandhi enforced his Satyagraha in support of indigo planters against the oppressive plantation system. I am sure you know what is this indigo. Indigo here means color, or in our local language or mother tongue we call it needle, color. Color they use for coloring the clothes. So here, when the Britishers actually enforced our Indian peasants to plant the indigo, they were not allowed to plant any other crops of their choice. So the peasants were actually badly affected by the indigo plantation in the Champaran in Bihar in the year 1916. So Mahatma Gandhi first experimented his idea of Satyagraha in this place. Secondly, you can see Kheda district in Gujarat in the year 1917, supporting peasants affected by the crop failure and plague epidemics during the year 1917. And here you can see, you know that India was actually ruled by the Britishers for many, many years. we can say it is about 200 years they have ruled our India. And here you see the Britishers actually have collected very high revenue from our Indian peasants. So when the peasants were badly affected by the crop failure, they were not able to raise money and they were not able to pay the very high revenue demanded by the Britishers. And here the peasants, with the help of Mahatma Gandhi, wanted that the revenue collection should be reduced or should be relaxed in time of crop failure and plague epidemics. That was the problem in Kheda, Gujarat in the year 1917, and Mahatma Gandhi, he supported the peasants and negotiated with the revenue collectors. And in the third place, we have Ahmedabad. It is also in Gujarat in the year 1918. Here, he went there to support the cotton mill workers against the cotton mill owners. Here you need to know that the oppressors were not only the Britishers, even our Indians, like the cotton mill owners, they also have oppressed the peasants or the mill workers. So here also Mahatma Gandhi experimented and he enforced his idea of Satyagraha. Now you see, when we come to the end of these three important places, as well as the idea of Satyagraha, you have some important questions to discuss. And the first one, you have what is meant by the idea of Satyagraha, and this carry 5 marks. And the second important question is name the 3 places in India where Mahatma Gandhi first implemented the idea of Satyagraha. And you already have the answer. One is the Champaran, Bihar in the year 1916, Kheda, Gujarat in 1917, and Ahmedabad, Gujarat in 1918. And these 3 important places are very important even for your map work. And you have here map work you might need to do at home, and you may need to locate the places where Champaran is located and the place where Kheda and Ahmedabad is also located. So for today, we will end up here, and tomorrow I will see you with the 1919, that is the Rowlatt Act, as well as the Khilafat movement and the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So see you all. Thank you.